Shopify CEO has allegedly unveiled a new hiring strategy that requires employees to demonstrate how their jobs cannot first be performed by AI. Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast joins us to unpack more. Dr. Karen, great to have you on the show. Shopify CEO has made it clear humans must justify their very existence. Tell us more about this story.
That's right. The CEO came out just a few days ago to say that there's a big freeze on new hires, and the only way new people will be able to be hired into the company is if you can prove that AI can't do their role, which is a bold move, really. I mean, it's great to integrate AI, but yeah, it's definitely sent out a warning shot, I think, to staff at the company.
Absolutely. It's a very sort of scary story. It used to be that AI was sort of complementing the jobs, and now it seems to sort of be fully replacing. And how do you think Shopify's AI first hiring policy is going to signal the future of tech employment in particular? We've seen a lot of layoffs recently, so how do you think this is going to impact
Yeah, well, I think there's many layers to this because it depends on the role, obviously, but roles are generally made up of a range of different tasks. So to say that one AI can completely replace a whole role, I think might be a bit problematic unless that role has one task and it's very repetitive. The other thing is AI still needs to be overseen by a human. So if they're saying no, you can't hire someone else is still going to have to oversee that AI doing that human's task. So it means extra work for that person as well. So that's sort of another issue I see. And finally, I think too, at this stage of the game, AI is consistently inconsistent. That's what really is a common occurrence with all of it. It's never 100% perfect. So it might be a bit too early to make such a bold move, but we'll see.
Yes, we'll see how it evolves. And just on that, how are performance reviews in particular changing with AI integration now as a sort of fundamental expectation in jobs?
Yeah, well, at this company, that's part of the staff's performance review. They must show how they're integrating AI. I don't know much about their integration strategy or their training and things like that, but you would hope that staff are getting the right support and they're being trained to do that integration rather than just forcing it upon them to do the best that they can. But it's clearly a clear culture shift in the organisation saying that you must now use AI to, I guess, support your role and help to increase your productivity. I mean, they recently got rid of 12,000 meetings from the company. Oh, that sounds like a dream. But it freed up 95,000 hours that were taken up by meetings. So there's a real focus on this company on the efficient use of time.
Yeah, and just on that, are we seeing a broader trend of AI investment coinciding with these sustained layoffs in tech?
Look, I think if it's a very tech-savvy company, yes, but adoption across organizations is still relatively low and strategic integration is very low. There's a lot of ad hoc adoption going on in terms of AI. There's a lot of shadow AI where employees are using tools to help support them with their roles, but the senior managers and decision makers have no idea that they're doing that, and there's no rules around that. So yeah, I think Shopify is quite rare in its approach in this way if we were looking generally.
High-profile authors and news outlets are set to face OpenAI and Microsoft in a landmark New York showdown. Dr. Karen Sutherland, let's explore this story more. What do these lawsuits in New York mean for the broader legal battle over AI and copyright?
I mean, this issue of copyright, it seems to be never-ending, and it's because the authors in this case, and also the New York Times, so they've consolidated all of these lawsuits into one big one to go against OpenAI and Microsoft's use of their materials, their copyrighted works, to train their models. And they're saying they didn't get permission, and yet, it's clear that they're being, they're trained on this copyrighted material, and the judge will determine whether that is illegal or not, which is sort of interesting. And OpenAI, I saw a few weeks ago, is lobbying the US government to put an end to this issue with copyright, to make it fine for them to train on copyrighted materials. So yes, I think it's going to be an interesting to see what happens and what the judge decides in this case.
Oh, definitely. How strong do you think that fair use defense from OpenAI and Microsoft really is? Sort of with, now we've got AI image generation, so we're moving beyond just text and visuals. Is this whole thing just getting more complicated? Do we have any way they can justify this defense they keep using?
Well, I mean, for large language models to work well, they need a lot of data to train on, and that's why they haven't created that data themselves. But so they've had to go out and find other people's data to keep advancing. But I think the authors and the artists are saying, look, we need to be compensated because these AI tools are making so much money on. I mean, they're spending a lot of money too, but they're making so much money from users, but which they've developed using other people's work that they haven't paid for. So it's a real grey issue, and I don't know really about fair use. Often people say fair use if they're not putting it in word for word and not generating it word for word. They're just using it to train it for language and nuance and things like that. So, and to create something new. So that's what the AI tools are saying. That's their defense. They're not actually literally using the work and passing it off as their own, but they are still using it without permission. So yeah, it's interesting. And Meta's not an angel in this respect either. They found that Meta there's these shadow libraries on the internet that have PDF versions of books that I'm not going to say the names of them, but you can just download books for free. And being an author, I don't want to say, but you can download books for free. And so apparently Meta has been met with allegations that they used this shadow library. It was a 7.5 million books to train their AI on, and without permission, of course. So, I think these AI tools are just getting as much data as they can from wherever they can, but it'll be interesting to see if they have to face any consequences.
Absolutely. Well, one to keep our eye on as this no doubt evolves. Dr. Karen Sutherland, saying thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it as always.
Thank you.